So I'm back with a new video, and today's video is going to be about movies. So I was watching this episode of The Office, which is like my favorite show ever. If you guys haven't seen it, make sure you watch it. If you have a Netflix account, make sure you watch it. I binge watched like through those seasons like non-stop. And I was watching this episode where it's the episode, where for those who have seen the show, Ryan started the fire, where Dwight goes,
Ryan started the fire! It was always burning since the world returning! Ryan started the fire! McCarthy, Richard Nixon, Studebaker, television, North Korea, South Korea, Marilyn Monroe. Ryan started the fire!
If you haven't seen the show, you probably are like, what the hell is this girl doing? God. But it's really funny, and basically there's this fire in the office, and Michael, Dwight, Pam, and Jim, Kevin, everybody in the office goes outside, and they're just like waiting around for like the fire department to see what's gonna go on. So basically Jim and Pam, Kevin, and everybody decide to make up this game of Would You Rather and 5 things you would bring to a deserted island.
So we're gonna be playing Desert Island. Who would you do? And Would you rather? Would you rather is our third game.
And I thought, oh my gosh, that'd be a great idea for a video. So I figured, why not? Like do it like based on movies.
Do you understand? The game is Desert Island movies, not guilty pleasure movies. Desert Island movies are the movies you're gonna watch for the rest of your life. Forever.
So basically, I made it into 3 categories: Disney, classics, and Harry Potter. Go figure. And I'm gonna be choosing 5 of those, which is really hard because to me, like, I am obsessed with movies. I spend more money on movies than like anything. Like, I'd rather like eat cereal for like 3 meals a day if I could save enough money to buy all the movies that I want. So choosing 5 like the movies that I have. So that's gonna be hard because it's like a parent choosing their favorite child. I have as much as I can buy. I'm a broke college student, so it's pretty hard to buy the movies that I want. But I try my best, and I think I have a pretty good selection, so hopefully you guys like my selection. And number 5 is like basically, oh yeah, I like it. I would love to have this movie with me on my trip, or if I was like deserted on an island. And number 1 is like, oh my gosh, I gotta have this movie. It's like my favorite movie ever. So stay tuned, and hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so let's get started. Which one should I start with? Let's start with Harry Potter. I feel like everybody loves Harry Potter. At least I think so. I mean, like, how can you not love Harry Potter? It's amazing. Even though I'm a little biased. So basically, like I said, 5 is, oh yeah, I'd love to have this movie, and then 1 is being like, I gotta have this movie with me. So my number 5 for Harry Potter is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I absolutely love this movie. It's a great, great, great addition to the Harry Potter collection. Christopher Columbus directed it, and I think it's just such a good movie, and it's like one of my faves. It's like the 2nd year. It's like when they're like, their 2nd year at Hogwarts. And this is basically the one where Dobby's introduced. So I really recommend, if you haven't seen The Chamber of Secrets, make sure you pick it up and watch it soon because it's pretty good and I love it. So that's my number 5. Alright, so my number 4 is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. So I'm going to be going to Harry Potter World soon, this June. And what me and my family are doing, because we're like so obsessed with Harry Potter, we decided to like rewatch like all the movies in order. And when I watched this, I haven't seen this one in so long, I forgot how good this was. It's definitely one of my favorites. This one actually like scared me a lot. I remember seeing this one for a birthday party for my friends, and I came home and I actually watched the Prisoner of Azkaban one after it, and I could not go to bed that night because I was so terrified of Voldemort and Sirius Black. But yeah, even though it was scary, I highly recommend this one, Order of the Phoenix. So Order of the Phoenix is my number 4. Alright, number 3. Number 3, I don't know how some of you are going to feel about this, but I put the last one, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, as my number 3. Most of you might be shocked why it's not my number 1 or 2, but even though I think this is like one of the best Harry Potters, I feel like the other 2 that I chose before are just a little bit higher in my favorite category. So I absolutely love the last one. So yeah, number 3. Alright, so you're probably wondering like, what's her number 2? And my number 2 is The Prisoner of Azkaban. I love The Prisoner of Azkaban simply because it introduces Sirius Black. Sirius Black is one of my favorite characters, not only because he changes into a dog, but he's such a heartwarming, thoughtful character, and just like his relationship with Harry and how Hermione has the time turner and they go back in time is really, really cool. So I think Prisoner of Azkaban deserves to be number 2. And of course, my number 1 for Harry Potter series is, of course, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This is like where it all began. You get introduced to all the characters. You get to see Hogwarts for the first time. I saw this in theaters when I was 5 on New Year's Eve, and my parents said I was absolutely terrified of it, but I absolutely love this movie. It's probably one of my favorite movies in the world, and I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. So this is my number 1. Alright, so let's move on to, since we got Harry Potter, we'll go to Disney. Alright, so I feel like I'm 5 years old, but most of the movies that I chose for Disney are all cartoons and they're all about animals. I am a huge animal fan. I have 2 dogs and I absolutely love stories about animals, whether it be dogs, deers, cats, pigeons, whatever you got. I absolutely love the stories about it. So growing up, one of my biggest fave movies that my mom and me watched, she said we would non-stop watch it, was Bambi. Bambi is such a heartfelt movie. It can make you cry, it can make you tear up, it can make you happy. It's just such a joyful movie. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it because it's just such a heartfelt film. And yeah, so this is my number 5. Alright, so my number 4 is one of my other faves. It's called The Jungle Book. The music in it just overall, it just puts me in such a happy mood, and I highly recommend it. Again, I'm highly recommending all of them because I love all these films. But if you haven't seen it, make sure you pick it up or download it, whichever you prefer. But yeah, this is my number 4. Alright, number 3. This movie, again, when I was a kid, I non-stop watched, and it is The Lion King. The Lion King is, again, such a heartfelt film. It has like a good moral lesson to it too, and and it has a good song in it, Hakuna Matata, and it means no worries. So basic lessons like that, like try not to worry about life so much, like in a cartoon of a lion, like come on. How can you not love this? I'm not 5, even though I act 5. Speaking of acting younger than I am, my number 2 film that I absolutely love and cherish dearly is Peter Pan. I absolutely love Peter Pan. When I was little for Halloween, I dressed up as Peter Pan instead of Wendy. But it's actually not so weird because in the plays, it's known for the girl traditionally to be Peter. So I didn't feel so bad about that. Just like having like that lesson of like, oh, you may be an adult, but there's always a kid side of you, and it's okay to grow up, but like make sure you don't do it too fast. Just hold on to your childhood. And my number 1 is probably my favorite Disney character. I absolutely love this movie. It always brings a smile to my face like all the rest. And so my number 1 is The Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is probably my favorite Disney character, just because he's so lovable and happy 24/7, and kind of like clumsy and gullible, and just like not having to go so serious about the world. So my number one is Winnie the Pooh. And that's all for my Disney ones. All right, so which one should I go through next? My next one is gonna be classics. Let's get into it. All right, number 5 is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. There's a remake of it called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I mean, I've seen parts of that. I love Johnny Depp, but to be honest, I think this is the better version if we're to pick favorites. I've never read the book. My brother did, and he liked it, but I'm more of a fan of the movie, even though I didn't read the book. So that's my number 5. Okay, number 4. I saw this movie, it's 2016. Last year, 2015, fall for my film class, and oh my gosh, I absolutely love this movie. It put chills down my back watching it. Even though it's like really, really old, it made me jump in my seat in the classroom, and like kids are like, why are you jumping? I'm like, how are you not jumping? I was terrified. But it's such a good movie. Oh my gosh, it took me a while to like think. I was not expecting the ending. You know those type of movies where you kind of like, oh, the guy gets the girl and blah, he dies and the hero wins or whatever. This ending is truly, oh my gosh. But you're probably wondering what the movie is. It is Alfred Hitchcock's movie Psycho. I love Psycho, and it might be because I'm crazy, but no, I'm just kidding. Psycho is such a good movie. Please go see it if you're a huge movie buff. Number 3 is a really fun adventure movie that I like. It's Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. I love this movie. I like this one and the third one. I haven't seen the second one. The second one people say isn't really that good. I also saw the fourth one. But if I were to choose favorites, I would either choose this one or the third one. But I only have this one, which is sad because I really like the third one. So I hope to get the third one. But I love this movie. And of course, I'm gonna be on a deserted island. Christmas is gonna pass by and holidays and stuff, so I need a Christmas movie. So my number 2 favorite Christmas movie that I could watch year round is It's a Wonderful Life. This is by far one of my favorite movies overall, like in all genres. It's such a good movie. It has great life lessons and has great characters and more lessons, and I just think it's such a good family film. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you watch it, and it's such a good movie to watch around Christmas time. Okay, so my number 1 fave for the classics is, I would say, a horror, thriller, summer film. But yeah, it's absolutely so good. And I'll give you a hint to it. Looks like we're gonna need a bigger boat. If anybody knows that line, it's basically the famous line in the movie Jaws. Jaws is so good. I love the ocean, I love the water, everything about it, but I'm terrified of sharks. 2 of my biggest fears are snakes and sharks. And I absolutely love this movie. Even though I'm terrified of sharks, like, it's so freaking good. My favorite director, Steven Spielberg, directed this, and I just think it's so good. So if you haven't seen Jaws, make sure you pick it up because it's such a good movie, and it has such good directing skills and camera angles, and oh, it's just so amazing. So make sure you pick it up. Okay, there it is, guys. Those are my top movies if I was stranded on an island. I hope you guys liked them. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you click the subscribe button. And you know what I would like to know? What would be your top 5 movies if you were stranded on an island? So write in the comments from like 5 to 1, what would be your top movies to choose from if you were stranded on an island. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.